What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Eclectic Beer Gaming Reactions. Got something pretty cool to go around. Got a collaboration. Me and Mr. Rob Reacts. We're gonna take and he's gonna ask me five English phrases, and I'm gonna ask him 5 American phrases. You doing all right today, sir?
Hey guys, yeah, very good. I don't think you're gonna get any of these. I'm pretty confident. All right, it's gonna be 5-0 to the English.
All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and we'll get right into it, I guess. So jump the shark.
Jump the shark.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a little bit like jump the line over here, as in jump the queue?
Nope.
No, it's not.
No.
Oh. My early prediction of 5-0 might not. Jump the shark, because it sounds like jump the line. It sounds like when you're at the back of the queue and you cut in, but no, you're saying it's not that.
Mm-mm.
Sure, it's not that.
Yeah,
you sure you haven't got it wrong?
No, it's.
It's nothing to do with being brave.
Mm-mm. No.
Jesus.
It's actually as a result of one of the TV shows that's here in the U.S. It's from an older TV show. So I'll give you one more chance.
You can have a clue.
It's as a result of the show Happy Days from back in the day.
If it helps, I've never watched Happy Days.
I haven't watched very many either.
However, I have seen Frasier, so he was in Happy Days, wasn't he?
No. That was long before Frasier. No, he was in Cheers.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It's going to be 0 to me.
So it's whenever something goes longer than what it should. It's longer than expected, longer than it should take and go. It's from the fact that Happy Days went, it went a little bit longer in the series. They should have cut it off and stopped it, and yeah.
But so it started going downhill.
Yeah,
as it passed its peak.
Yes, very much so. So whenever somebody says, "Oh, that's jump the shark," it means that's no good anymore. It's way past its time.
Okay, I'm disappointed in myself. All right, next one for you. I'm going out on the pull.
Going out on the pull?
Going out on the pull.
So is that kind of like going out on the town, like you're about to go out and have a good time?
Sort of. You're on the right lines. Can you get it? Going out on the pull.
About to go out and party?
You are technically going out and partying, yeah, but it's a bit more specific.
A bit more specific. Us Americans aren't great at specifics. Have you not watched my channel so far?
Typically, you wouldn't hear a woman saying it. It's typically what a young lad would say.
You about to go get laid?
Close enough. Yeah. Going out to pick up some ladies.
Oh, okay.
You were close. I don't know if you should get a full point though with me.
That's fine, because that's
maybe half a point.
That'll work. That'll work. All right. So behind the 8 ball.
Behind the 8 ball.
Behind the 8 ball.
All right, let's get some context. So an 8 ball, it's either in pull, because you have it differently to us, because when we play pull, it's yellow and red with a black ball. You have numbers, and I'm sure the black ball's an 8 ball.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely got nothing to do with pull, has it? So all my thinking was a complete waste of time. Behind the 8 ball. Is it something to do with messing up, getting something wrong?
Uh,
Behind
well, if you do it wrong, you'd be messing up. But trying to
I'm
think
not.
if
I'm not in the right lines of thinking, am I?
not really. Not it's not really. Yeah, no, it's
These
like
American phrases are a lot harder than the English ones. I feel this isn't fair, especially for the first time. You should build up the difficulty.
well, here I'll make sure that it goes in descending difficulty, so that way you kind of get the hard ones first, and then kind of easier.
I was confident to start off with. I was really confident. Oh man, behind the eight ball.
It's somebody that's in a tough spot. Now the term does come from pool, but it's like having to take and bank in or something like that. But it's applied more to somebody that's in a very tough position. Like the pressure's on them to perform. They're in a very tough spot, so they're behind the eight ball.
Got you. A little bit. So well, it does make sense actually if you relate it to pool in the sense that you're almost snookered. We would use you could use the word snookered because you're trying to get out of a difficult. You've got to make a difficult shot, as in you're in trouble. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that actually makes complete sense. It's cool to kind of the correlation between the. Huh.
If you explained it like that, I would have got it easy. Right, you
Sorry.
ready? Hey, number two from me. You look smart.
You look good.
What's wrong with you? See, I'm nice and give the easy ones. I thought you were going to go down the look clever, but you didn't.
Sorry,
Right, 0 for the English, 1.5 for the American.
all right. So not a big fan.
Not a big fan. You don't like someone.
Yeah, you don't like someone or something.
He's back in the game. He's back in the game. Like, you were getting easier. You're right when you said you were, going to descend in order. That's good. Okay. It makes it 1 point to me, 1.5 to you. Okay. Meat and 2 veg.
Meat and 2 veg.
Hmm.
Something tells me we're not talking about food here.
Who knows? Us English do like a Sunday roast. So,
Sounds like you'd be talking about cock and 2 balls is what it sounds like you'd be talking about.
mate, I haven't got enough subscribers to be monetized. I was saying that you could have at least gone round, taken a detour. Okay. If this video kicks off, right? If this really kicks off later, in a while's time, I'm gonna be so upset with you for saying that. All right. I hope you get nothing for this video now. All right. I think you're winning. You're winning.
You got me tickled on that one. Oh, good Lord.
All right. Go on. You go. You go. What are we on? Number 4 for you, are we?
Yeah. It's not rocket science.
It's not rock. Oh, that's easy. Come on. That's not an English one. That's not an American one.
Oh, well, it's one of the,
Not difficult.
Me and Blake say that to each other a whole lot, or at least I'll say that to him. He responds.
I think that one would be used here as well in the fact that it's when for example someone you might be with someone and you've maybe asked them something or they've got a problem to solve and it's not very difficult. It's not very difficult and they're struggling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but it's easy and you think it's not rocket science.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's exact. I'll use that with Blake every so often.
You basically say it to stupid people. So you're basically saying your mate Blake.
He's not stupid, but he plays it real well. He does play it real well.
I know people like that.
That's the thing. A lot of folks don't know about Blake. Like, fuck, that fella's highly intelligent. Like highly intelligent. But he plays so dumb. I'm like, Bo, you got folks thinking you're stupid, and you're just. He's like, oh yeah, I know how to play a good idiot. Like, well, you have to be smart to do that because I can't play that dumb.
You said it. You said it. You might know this one. You might know this one because I think this might be a phrase that is common to English, and then Americans actually pick up on. I'm knackered.
Tired.
I'm tired. I don't. I do. Would you use that phrase?
Now I wouldn't use knackered. I'd be like, I'm tuckered out. Like I've, but that's a
That,
little, that's
that
actually.
we would never use that
But see,
phrase.
that's actually something that you hear more in the southern part of the U.S. than you do in like a lot of other places. That it's basically the same thing as knackered or like I'm exhausted or whatever. So
Mm. There's other phrase. There's other ways of saying it, like I'm cream crackered. When you say I'm cream crackered, I'm tired. And there's other rhyming words that you could
I'm
use.
about to say I'm cream crackered sounds like a Cockney way of saying I'm knackered.
Yeah, basically, it's just other ways of saying it that rhyme. You've done videos on Cockney rhyming slam, so
Yeah, and some of it still just baffles the.
you can make anything. You can make anything work. It's the same thing. It's the same thing when you're talking about when you're drunk. Literally, you could use any word you want to make it sound like you're drunk. I'm trolleyed. Trolleyed. Trolley's a push, a shopping cart.
Yeah.
Anything, but it's one of those words you could almost use any word to say you're tired,
Mm-hmm.
and we just kind of get it.
All
right, you'll go.
Up my alley.
Up my alley. We would say up my street. We would say up my street. Yeah. So you would say it's something you like, something.
Bet you're. Yeah.
You would say, what would you say? I like to drink cider. Yeah, that's up my alley.
Yeah.
That's up my street. That's something I do, or yeah.
Yep.
So that's interesting though that I think some people would say alley, but I think over here we would say up my street because I think a street is more of a common sort of location type, whatever the word is. So yeah, that's interesting that there's that slight difference. Okay, this one goes back to the early 2000s. All right, it's all gone Pete Tong. It's all gone Pete Tong.
So is it something that's like going on for too long or something like that?
No. Pete Tong is a DJ.
Does mean it's all gone crazy?
Sort of. Think of the rhyming slang.
It's all gone wrong. Like everything's gone.
There we go. So say it's all gone Pete Tong. It's all gone wrong. There you go. Good job you did that Cockney rhyming slang video. You're getting the hang of it. Are you going around to your wife now and she's like, what the hell are you talking about? Saying all these random words now that you've done the old Cockney rhyming.
No, it's funny because we'll watch something and it'll have like the slang in it or whatever, and she'd be like, "What?" Well, number one, the accents still get her. We was watching the proper Guy Martin proper channel, watching how Britain works,
Mm-hmm.
and it took her about an episode to get kind of his accent and what he was talking about.
I know who Guy Martin is. What accent does he have? I can't think of the top of my head.
Not mistaken, it's like a Lancashire accent.
Okay. Yeah. So it can be quite coarse, quite,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the amazing thing about the UK and the fact that we're such a small. I'll say country, but it's not. It's obviously 4 countries, but the difference from 10 miles down the road, 10 miles is nothing, but the difference can be
astounding.
Yeah, and even we can sometimes don't have a clue what they're saying. and it's amazing. So if you're coming from America, we struggle to know what someone else is saying. You must have no idea at all. You know, and I don't know if that's how. I don't know what that's like in America. And I know that it's a bigger country. How often does it change? How often do the accents change?
A lot of times it's state to state. You'll take and hear like a different variation of like an accent. So I'm in South Carolina. I'm originally from Alabama, but from Alabama to Georgia, the accent there's a slight change. You go from Georgia to South Carolina, there's another change. Now you get to places like North Carolina, which has coastal and then mountainous regions.
Mm.
You'll get like a differentiation on the mountain speak and the coastal speak because one is a little bit more clear. The other one you got more of the banjos when they start talking. So, but it's funny because my wife, I was living in Alabama. My wife actually moved down to Alabama uh, where I was working at the time. First person she meets is my sister and my sister's boyfriend at the time. Now, this fella starts talking and he's telling her about the dog boxes that he's welded onto basically the axle of a trailer to pull behind his truck. So whenever he goes hunting, he's got a way to take his dogs with him.
Uh,
They drive off. My wife looks at me and goes, "What the hell did he say?" She said, "I did not understand a word he said." And I'm like, "Well, he's telling you about the dog boxes. Now he had to take and like, and he was showing you the dog." She's like, "I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand him at all. He sounded like Boomenhauer off of King of the Hill." So
and, but this is the interesting thing of phrases that we're talking about is that I suppose even there's phrases that so I'm in a place Hampshire, which is 40, 50 miles from London. So if we're talking about the Cockney rhyming slang, there's some stuff we wouldn't have a clue about. So the phrases can change and from such a short distance. So for you, for example, you're in South Carolina. I'm sure there's phrases that you might not understand from a different part of your own country as well. And it's amazing how you're the same country. How do you not understand what someone else you know? And it sort of shows how distant we are, but how close we are. If you want to get philosophical, but it is interesting, you know. On the point score, though, how many did you get?
I think I got what 4.
3. You definitely got 3.5 at least. Definitely got. I think you won. I think you might have won by half a point at least.
Yeah, it's by half a point because you were 3 and 2. The first two I threw out there were like I made sure they were like a curveball and a slider, so that way if
No
you'd
one.
heard of them. But I made sure that at least the last 3 were going to be ones that pretty
Thanks.
well.
Kind of you. Thanks. That American kindness. Well, do you want to do the outro?
Well, number one, this has been fun. I just took and knocked everything off my desk, but this has been fun. I appreciate it. Y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves.
Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.
What he said.